Fist of Vengeance, Chapter 1. Death. The Cairo High Marching Falcons had just finished performing their show at K-State and were walking off the field. Now that was a run. Peter Casimir was grinning ear to ear. The junior had just had his best run this season, and it showed. His voice was in a happy growl, and he could barely contain himself. I take it you did good? Kyra Lark asked him, also smiling. The future dance team captain also had a stellar show run. Of course, both of them knew how the other did because they were actually the dance soloists for their show, so it was just a bit of playful banter. Definitely, Peter chuckled. At least he thought it was playful banter on his end. Not that he didn't like Kira, but he knew it wouldn't work out. In truth, Peter was not a part of the dance team, but one of the only 3 oboes in the entire band. Regardless, the two always sat together to build their relationship, so it wouldn't be awkward when they performed. And even though it was the last performance, they both instinctively sat together once more. Hey, Drake, Peter called to the head drum major. How'd the run look from your end? I think it's the best one y'all have ever had, Drake replied enthusiastically. Especially you and Kira. You think it's win-worthy? Kira asked. If we don't win, I'll be surprised, Drake smiled. They watched a few more performances, then the drum majors left to receive the awards. No sooner had they lined up in the middle of the field, gunshots rang out in the stadium. Screaming could be heard everywhere as everyone fled the stands. Peter half-dragged Kira out of the stadium before he shoved her into the fleeing crowd. Peter, what are you doing? Kira asked, trying to fight her way back to him. Buying you some time, he hollered back, stealing someone's flute and rushing back to the stands. Kira got pushed along with the crowd for about 20 seconds, snatched a flagpole from a random dancer's grip, and ran after Peter. At the moment, Peter had his back pressed against a pillar, hiding him from the shooter that had not yet detected his presence, but he was about to. Peter waited for a moment, threw the stolen flute one way and ran behind the attacker, beating him with his oboe. Peter knelt, picked up the attacker's pistol, and shot him through the heart. Luckily, the attackers decided to switch to stealth mode and had silenced their weapons. Peter continued on, unsure how he managed to shoot a pistol without killing himself first try, but glad he was still alive. This is about how he worked his way through the stadium. He paused for a breather about halfway around, hoping to God that the pistol he was holding wasn't low or out of ammo. Then he heard someone whisper shout his name. He whirled, making eye contact with Kira. What the heck are you doing? Peter hissed. I should be asking you the same thing, Kira hissed back. She was also holding a gun, alongside a dancer's flag. Get out of here, Peter retorted. You're coming with me. Kira lunged for Peter, but tripped, dropping her stolen flag. The pole clattered loudly on the cement. Kira looked up to see every muscle in Peter's body tensed. He looked like he wanted to kill her right then and there. No, she wanted to kill herself too if she was in his position. Oh ho, looks like we have some leftovers, a voice rang out from behind Peter's position. This is gonna be fun, another said. Before they could level a shot at Kira, Peter dove in front of her, firing his own pistol. He downed one of the attackers before taking 2 bullets to the chest. Peter! Kira screamed, killing the other gunman. Once he was down, she dragged Peter's limp body out of sight. Peter, no, stay with me! To Peter, Kira's voice faded, and everything went black.